This is Rishu Kalantri for Mojo News. Yesterday we saw a massive protest, a Halla Bol against BJP government by T tribe communities. A protest that will be scripted in the history of Assam as one of the largest community level protests. The protest has been reignited after a deep pause just a few months ahead of 2026 assembly elections in Assam. Its political implications on the current political scenario and the coming elections. These are debatable. We have roped in a strong voice from the T community. The Central General Secretary of All Assam Tea Tribe Students Union, Jagdish Baraik. Let's welcome him to our talk show. So, we would like to start. Yesterday we saw a massive protest. More than lakh of people hitting the streets of Tinsukia. Could you please tell our viewers what are your basic demands and why this protest was organized?
First of all, I would like to thank you, Rishi for actually providing an opportunity through your channel actually to bring our views among the people of Assam as well as the government. And our duty has been from the last, 30 decades, 3 decades actually, that we have been demanding scheduled tribe status for the T tribe community, land right for the T tribe community, and the rest overall development and progress of the entire community in comparable to the other community which is has resided in Assam, and they have been enjoying the equal right, equal respect in all aspects and all. But we feel that being 200 years inhabited in Assam as an indigenous community of the state, still we have been deprived from the last after the independence. Now it has been to 78 to 79 years going, and we are demanding scheduled tribe trust. It is not only that we have demanded simply, but the fact is what in the other state of India like Bihar, Jharkhand, Orissa, wherever we came from the original state of home, our same community has been provided with the scheduled tribes community status. But in Assam, we have been deprived, and that's why it is our constitutional right, and the demand is on the basis of the constitutional aspects and the hopes. The thing is that if we've been provided with the scheduled tribe status, we think that our cultural right, our language, our political right, our land right, everything we have to enjoy it on that. And being as a citizen of the country, in the Indian Constitution of India has provided equal status, equal right for all the citizens of the country. But we feel that in Assam, the T tribe community comprising of 103 caste and tribes together, and which is been as for 1 crore of the total population of Assam from the 3 crores and above. So we are one of the major community here. We have played a great role in the economic growth of the state as well as the national economy, as you can say. On the other hand, on the development of the infrastructure, on the progress and development of the Assamese culture and all, there are a lot of things where you cannot question that this T tribe community has not contributed. Yet, this community is still on the track of poverty, on the track of backwardness, on the track of deprivation. And that's why we are demanding that scheduled tribes status will be the only thing which will provide us an identity and the respect.
Okay, so now we come to yesterday's protest. This protest have been going on for lasted over a decade, right? But then in the last 4 years, there was a deep silence. Why all of a sudden, just few months ahead, such a massive protest?
See, as I told you that our demand is from the last 3 decades, mainly majorly for the demand of the scheduled tribe status for the T tribe community. So in the previous government time, when the Congress was on the rule, they have deprived us by various kind of bias on all things. They have cheated the people of Assam, and especially the T tribe community, and that's why people chose to the Narendra Modi government. When BJP came, they said that within the 100 days, the T tribes community will be provided a scheduled tribe status, including the other 5 major community which have demanded ST in Assam. That is 6 community, and we are on the same platform as six community forum. We have demanded, and we had a hope, and the people of Assam actually they have a thought and they have aspects of a great changes in Assam that BJP will bring, and the BJP will provide the right to the people of Assam especially. And on that hope, we expected, and now the Narendra Modi government, he himself said that he was a chai wala, and he had started his career from the by selling tea. Now the question is, we are the people who are preparing tea, who make tea, and these tea making people have been cheated by his government. And on the other hand, his third term of his government now, and in Assam, second term of the BJP government, they had said that within 100 days they will provide scheduled tribe status, land right, but third time Narendra Modi government has cheated, and now it is the time of the in the 2026. It is the right time for us that the government has to provide us scheduled tribe status. Otherwise, the 2026 will be one of the major problem for the BJP government now.
So you mean to say Narendra Modi, our honorable Prime Minister, who himself called himself a chai wala, has cheated the people of tea communities in Assam? Why do you feel that it's cheated? Because CM is still saying that this protest is your right, and you should get scheduled right. So they are basically in support of your demand. So then why you're feeling that your community has been cheated?
You see, as I told you, this is third term of the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Second term in the at Dispur. If they have a goodwill for the people, if they think that the T tribe community is one of the major communities who is playing a big political role in the state of Assam, then why should they make so late? They should promise, because in the 2029 a bill has been brought in the Rajya Sabha, and all the government agencies like Register General of India, Tribal Commission of India, all have recommended that the T tribes community of Assam, they can be provided scheduled tribe status. And still is the government also says, and yesterday as you saw, and the lakhs of people on the demonstrating here in the Tinsukia town, at that time the Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Himant Biswa Sarma said that BJP and his government is the support of this demonstration. On the other hand, we would like to welcome for that. But if it is like that, then why shouldn't they? He should declare. The government should declare that before 2026 election, Assam Assembly election, the T tribe community will be provided with the ST status.
I want an honest reply. Did your yesterday protest, had Assam government or BJP's backing, as CM himself claimed?
The people who had gathered, lakhs of people who had gathered, they said BJP Murdabad, BJP go back. If the government would have been here helping this protest, why should these people come on that Rajpath and say BJP go back and BJP Murdabad? That is the question. I think this answer will be sufficient to your kind question.
So now, if suppose our Chief Minister once again makes a commitment that they will provide you scheduled tribe, and it's in the process, are you going to accept the promise, or this time promises are not going to work for you?
See, this issue, especially scheduled tribe, the status issue, that will be solved actually with the political will of the government, political will of the political parties we have which have won elections and formed the government. So the promises they have made, and that is why this is the time we said that before 2026 State Assembly of Assam, their promises has to be kept. They have to show the truth. Otherwise, today, yesterday, lakhs of people have gathered from all the tea gardens from the Tinsukia. On 13th of October, all the tea garden people from Dibrugarh district will come. On the next day, and the next it will happen in the Sivsagar district, and entirely our protest will go on till these promises has not been brought black and white on the paper.
So what my viewers is getting a take is that Tinsukia was just a start.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
And you are saying that now promises are not going to work. It's the time for BJP to keep their promises.
Yeah.
And supposedly, if they are not able to grant this ST status before elections, what will be its political implications? If you can just throw some light to the viewers, because as far as we know, Tea tribe community has a in the tea belt area, they have a great dominance in the political sphere. So how is it going to reflect on the electoral part?
Definitely, there will be an implication. Though tea tribe community people are said to be illiterate, though they are backward, they are poor, but any kind of schemes, like you say, they provide rice, they provide mustard oil. What I used to say is that the tea tribe community people have their own ability to work, earn, and purchase their livelihood. Question is here about identity. Question is here about the constitutional right. Question is here about the development, progress, and protection of overall development. In these cases, what we say that if BJP this time is not able to provide the truthness and provide the honesty what they had promised, definitely the tea tribe community will go ahead of what the BJP is going to expect in the 2026 election.
So what will be, if you can be a little more open, so
See,
what will be
we as a
expectation?
Assam Tea Tribe Student Association, we are a non-political organization. Our duty is to make people aware. Before casting a vote, a citizen should think why I am casting a vote. And now the tea tribe community is going to understand all this. They are aware now, and that is the thing which is showing in the Rajpath of Tinsukia. And definitely on that background, we expect that on the 2026, definitely people will go against, as I said, against the government, against the political expectation what Bhajpa is expecting.
Okay, so if I need to put your words in very simple way, you mean to say that tea tribe community will oppose BJP and they will overthrow them out of power. Is that true?
You see, we are not a professional agitators. First question is that. We are not a professional agitators. We demand and we expect that our demand must be fulfilled. The government, it is the government's role, it is the government's duty to provide us our constitutional right. We are on the track, we are on the path in order to fulfill our demand. We are on the path to make our people, before casting their vote, they should think. On that ground, we are saying that people of tea tribe people will definitely, they will bring the thing under balance. This is the time for the people's bargaining with the Bhajpa, bargaining with the government. If government is not providing, definitely there will be an implication, there will be an influence, there will be a big impact on the 2008
Exactly,
election.
that's what I want to ask you, that this protest seems to be a kind of bargaining with the government, that you meet with a demand, the promise that you have made, and if you don't, then there will be implications.
Definitely.
I just want to understand from you that what will be the direct implication. Why don't you say it in black and white, as yesterday some of your leaders had made comments in the rally?
Yeah. See, as I said, that Assam, as a Assam Tea Tribe Student Association, it is our foremost duty to make our people aware regarding their right, regarding our say what we have, what will be our role in the next. As you think, when 50 before people, many people, the political analysts and all, where they were saying that Tea Tribe community are the vote bank for the Congress. As you know, now in the last 10 to 12 years, people have proved that Tea community people are not vote bank to any political party. So BJP also should not think, should not hope that BJP, our Tea Tribe community are their vote bank. So 2026, they had promised before coming. So definitely people will go against that. That is the fact.
So you are saying clear words that the Tea Tribe community people will go against BJP if promises are not made, right? Okay. So now coming to the second important part is, now you have said that BJP should not take a guaranteed vote bank, right? But you have also criticized Congress and even AGP as your demand. This is a burning issue for your community, and it's a 3-decade-old demand, and either of the governments or political parties have failed to fulfill their promises or meet your demands. So now, if you are to change hands, switch support from BJP, then which party is the one who is likely to get the support of lakhs and lakhs crore people from the Tea Tribe communities?
See, Congress had ruled 15 years in Assam, and they didn't keep their promises. Assam Guna Parishad was there 10 years. They also did not keep their promises. Now it is the time for Bhajpa. Still, Bhajpa has some more months. So, as you are asking a question that which political party we will support, right? As I told you, Assam Tea Tribe Student Association, ATTSA, is not a political organization. Our duty is to make people aware. And definitely among our own people, Tea Tribes community people, though they are working as a laborer in the tea garden, but they have understood the thing now. So before casting their vote, definitely they will think first. And this will be not a political party election. It will be based on the candidate based. They will choose their own candidate, whoever may be, on what party, or they also may be some people may not be from the political party and all. In that condition, as you think, there is a chance that people will choose a candidate in such a way that the government will be formed. That government will keep their promises, bring into truth.
Coming to the candidate part, there are several names who are actually representative of Tea Tribes community. If I need to make some mention, we have Cabinet Minister Rupesh Gwala, we have Tinsukia MLA Sanjay Kishan, we have Teras Gwala, we have Rameshwar Teli, we have Kamakhya Prasad. These all are representative, in one sense they are representative from Tea Tribe community. Yet we have never heard them raising this ST status for Tea Tribes in the assembly or the parliament. So what is the message from your organization to these leaders and the other political leaders from your community?
The message is clear. The message is clear is that yesterday when lakhs of people from different tea gardens gathered, marched and raised the voice, that is a clear message to all the political representatives from Tea Tribes community. They have also their own duty, and they have to do their duty. Otherwise, definitely, there were lots of political representative from the other political party, right to the from Bhajpa. Okay, there were from Congresses also. So people changed it. So they in 2026 or on the coming Lok Sabha elections, these people will have a lot of problem to come among their own people and ask for one vote. Number one thing. The other thing is that since tea community people residing in Assam from last 200 years, they have contributed in the cultural development of the state, of the cultural development of the entire Assamese people. Economical contribution is there. Lots of contribution are there in every sectors of the Assam. So, not only tea tribe community, any political representative coming up from any tribes or community, it is their sole duty for the tea tribes community. Because if you say that it is the duty of only the tea tribes community representatives, it is not correct on that. It is the duty of all political representative, political say assembly representative or from the parliament representatives. Because the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam is not only for one community, he is the Chief Minister of whole the state and the whole the Assamese community. And therefore, being as an Assamese community, as a part of the bigger Assamese community, we demand each and every MLAs and MPs to raise their voice for us, for our constitutional right.
Well, the next part of my questionnaire will be, as you said, that it's the duty of each and every political representative to push your demands, to meet your demands. Now, when we, on the other hand, you are also saying that the governments have come up with a lot of schemes in the tea garden areas, right? But the issue is of our identity and your cultural cultural identity and your overall protection of your tea tribes. So, in the one hand, what we understand is that governments have constructed lot number of schools, high schools, somewhere around 112 schools. But then we get to know that there are like hardly any appointments made there. So governments are trying to outreach towards tea tribe community with various schemes and various development infrastructural programs. How do you see this outreach versus their promise?
See, we welcome Dr. Dr. Himant Biswa Sarma's government. It was his government that there's some development for the tea garden people has been made, like constructions of road right from the time of independence. It was the first time when every tea garden labor lines, roads and path was been made to say concrete road. Secondly, each and every family has been connected with the electricity. 119 high schools, model high school has been constructed for the educations of the coming up generations. 3% reservation for the educated unemployed youths of belonging to tea tribes community. All these kind of approaches and all these kinds of schemes which has been made for the entire tea community, which has actually brought the community for at least they have some hopes yet to this Dr. Himant Biswa Sarma's government. But thing is that, as you say, 119 model high school has been constructed. If you visit these model high schools, there are even lack of teachers, subject teachers in those schools. Still, there are lack of proper infrastructure there in those schools. There are lack of proper facilities for the students there to come up, because they have named it as Tea Garden Model High School. And what is the definition or what is the conception of the model high schools, Tea Garden Model High School? Is that construction of a building, construction of a classroom, or bringing the tree tribe community students there, and without equal ratios of the teacher and student run the school. It is not like that, no. It is a model, means overall development projects, development models should be available in the schools, so that the T tribe students would able to compete in the sector of every sectors of the education, in the higher education, incomparable to the other community students and all. That is the thing. We say, as I told you before also, we are not a professional agitators or protesters. Our foremost duty is what? To bring the government's things to the government notice, and we are doing that. So these kind of development schemes and all, definitely the government's approach, we are thankful to the Dr. Himant Biswa Sarma's government also. But see, land right, 200 years have already worked.
I'll cut you out here, because before we proceed to another chapter, first let's have a small word on this. So here you are saying that these schools are basically buildings, nothing more than that, right? So how do you take this? Like, there is an approach, there is an outreach, there are few development programs towards infrastructure, but then they don't have the proper initiative. So is it of any value to your T tribe community people, the children, the students? Is it being of any help to them? Or what would you like to say to the government on this particular?
The approach of the government, constructions of 119 schools was actually a development, and we are thankful to that, to the government actually. But also we are trying to bring to the government notice that they have to do something more, because they have named the school as Tea Garden Model School. So the question is, what is the conception of the model school? We actually ask the government to bring all kind of facilities, all kind of things which should be in the model schools, so that school will be able to help the coming generation, coming students, who can compete with the other communities students and go higher to the education level.
So you say that the government has to do more on this front.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to one more question related to your scheduled tribe demand. That is your basic, the core problem, the core demand. As you said that there are 103 caste and tribes in tree community overall. Yeah. Are all the caste and tribe eligible for this ST status? What is your take on that?
See, as per the government's in 1999, I think they have made, and in the other states which comparable to the list of the other states, 36 community has been scheduled for scheduled tribes. It has been listed, and the others as a scheduled caste or OBCs. Now thing is that scheduled tribe, we have said the government should first provide ST status to the 36, and on the gradually to the other community also. Why? You see, basically our people living in the same economical condition, living in the same social condition, backwardness, poverty, education, health. When a caste like Munda caste or Santhal caste, which genuinely they are scheduled tribes, but they have been deprived here. On the other hand, which has been said that that particular caste or tribe is ineligible for scheduled tribe, but they are living together from last 200 years in the state of Assam, in the same environment, same atmosphere, same economical conditions, same social condition, same backwardness, same deprivation and all. On that ground, we are saying that as per that 36 community should be provided first, and gradually these people should be brought under that schedule, so that the community will develop equally.
So you want basically all the communities to be granted scheduled tribe status part by part,
Yes.
starting with the 36 community which are listed
Yes.
there. Okay. So now I just have a couple of questions. One of them is related to tea gardens. Of late, we are getting news reports where the tea gardens have been, the property have been transferred to some other businessmen. And then there is a bill which has been brought in which authorizes 10% commercial use of tea garden lands. So how do you take this together, combined together, in the context of the future of tea gardens in Assam, as they are not doing too well in the present status?
Regarding the future of the tea industry, we have to think in the two way. First is what? The garden which is running well and all, the other gardens are in the sick positions. And as you said that transferring the estate or to the tea garden to the other businessmen. So existing owner or the company, if they are not able to run in the proper way, in the proper way, then there is no other way. Na? So transferring it to another owner or to the other company, which will help out for the progress of that particular tea garden, that can be welcomed. But that has to be brought into notice. That has to be checked out that the company which has come up, what he is doing, what that particular company is doing. Are they thinking of the tea garden, progressive of the tea industry, or they are misusing the tea land for the other commercial development? That is the thing. And the second is the 10% reservation for the entire land for the other commercial. Agricultural based industry or agricultural based other farmings and all can be done, but that has to provide equal shares, and that has to provide equal development for the entire tea garden workers living in there. If that is that, then we are with that. But if the owner is, say, using that particular land for other commercial purposes, which is not related with the agriculture or not related with the tea garden, then that cannot be accepted.
So, for example, if a owner of a tea garden uses that 10% of land for a resort or a hotel, so do you will you all support it?
Definitely, if it is a tea, tea tourism, if that hotel or resort that will have tea tourism, say if it is tea tourism, what is tea tourism? It is not only for the resort, na. If you say tourism, it may have culture, tea garden heritages and all. If all this combination together, which is going to help the upcoming youths, who can they get engaged on that? That if the tea garden people's cultural can be also brought into to the other world through that resort or whatever the tea tourism project, then that is acceptable. But only for the purpose of as a hotel, directly as an hotel, that is not acceptable.
Okay. This question was important because just now you said that anything which is related to farming is acceptable, nothing beyond that. Well, anyway, there are just one last thing that I need to ask you is, a clear-cut message to the people of Assam. You have three demands. The first of them is scheduled tribe status. The second is land pattas for the people of tea community who's been residing here since ages maybe over 100 to 200 years. And third is increment in their wages, daily wages. So what is the message to the government, to the people of Assam, and to your own people?
Scheduled tribes demand is our constitutional right, and therefore scheduled tribes demands agitation or protest or any kind of democratical agitations or processions will go on till our demands is not fulfilled. That is one thing. and the government has to take it as an important and take initiative to fulfill our demands as soon as possible. Number one. Secondly, since 200 years people have resided in the tea gardens, and these people, tea garden workers, they don't have a single plot of land, if not even a say 1 square foot land also for their owner, and therefore we have been demanding for the these people to provide land, and including that patta and all. So government has to take this as also an important. And Assam Tea Tribe Student Association has a sole responsible to the whole community and the whole Assamese community of the state, and therefore our duty will always for the people of Assam, for the people of tea tribes, and we will continue our duty as a democratic and non-political organization, making the people aware for their constitutional right and overall development of this Assamese community people, and as well as tea tribes community.
How will your protest move ahead from here till the demands are not met?
On 13th October, there will be a mass rally at Dibrugarh, and gradually on the other district of Assam, it will continue, and therefore this protest will go on till our demands is not been fulfilled.
We are getting to hear that there is a 19th biannual conference coming up in few days. So how do you plan to take ahead your organization? Where will be the future of your organization and the roadmap for your organization? Can you throw some light?
Rishiji, as I said, the foremost duty of Assam Tea Tribe Student Association is to fight for the constitutional right of the tea tribe community. On the other hand, I believe that the fight on the Rajpath is necessary, revolution is necessary, but there is another revolution also which has to be started, that is the social reform revolution among our tea tribes community. Our children's, our students has to be educated highly, they have to be employed and self-sustained, self-respect, self-sustained and self-employed. Such kind of aspects has to be brought under the coming youths, and that will bring a great changes to this community, because only education will provide these people to come up from the darkness towards the path of the progress and development. This will bring this tea community equal, incomparable to the other developed communities. And what I hope, by the next coming binomial say conference, our Assam Tea Tribe Student Association's co-workers, they will select a good central committee which will lead in the coming time, which will help the entire student organization also in the right path, through the honesty that will be always liable for the community, liable for the coming youth generation in the sector of education, in the sector of economic growth, in the sector of social development of the entire community, as well as the constitutional right, the fight for the constitutional right.
So viewers, this is Jagdish Baraik, who have openly spoken a lot amount of things. He has covered a number of topics, and in the end he is saying that the role of his organization ATTSA is not just protest and demands, but also a social responsibility for their organization, for their people, to bring them out of the dark by creating awareness, for literacy, so that they can take education seriously and create employment among themselves and a sustained livelihood. He has also said that Tinsukia, this protest was just a start. In coming days, this will gradually intensify till the government does not bow down to their demands. Else 2026 elections, they have set their eyes on 2026 elections, And though Jagdish Baraik has not very openly said, but yesterday most of the leaders have said that they will tata bye bye to BJP if they don't heed to their demands. Thank you for watching Mojo News. We'll be back with similar shows. Keep watching Mojo News. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.